Imagine being so close to someone you could touch them, and if you scratch a single itch, your whole escape falls apart. That's how Chapter 2 begins.
That sounds unbearable. How does Huck survive that?
Huck and Tom sneak past the widow's garden and freeze when Jim hears them outside the kitchen. Jim sits down right between the two boys and listens. Huck is tortured by itching he can't scratch, counting 11 different spots on his body. Finally, Jim falls asleep, and the boys creep away.
So they just leave?
Not quite. Tom sneaks back, takes Jim's hat, and hangs it on a branch above him. Then the boys meet up with other lads, paddle downriver to a cave, and Tom launches his gang of robbers, complete with a blood oath copied from pirate books. The first key moment is Jim's hat. What Tom does as a prank becomes something much larger. Jim wakes and decides witches rode him across the state. Each time he retells the story, it grows bigger. New Orleans, then the whole world. That 5-cent piece Tom left in the kitchen becomes a charm from the devil himself. Twain is showing us how stories and superstition create power. Jim gains real status among the other slaves through a tale that's completely invented.
So a silly prank actually changes Jim's whole social standing?
Exactly. And Twain uses it to expose how easily myths are built. The second key moment is Tom's gang oath. The boys swear to murder, ransom hostages, and hack crosses into chests, all borrowed from adventure novels. But nobody knows what ransomed actually means. They nearly kick Huck out for having no family to threaten, and he offers up Miss Watson. Twain is satirizing romantic adventure fiction and the gap between boys' fantasies and reality.
They can't even agree on what day to start because Sunday would be wicked. That's hilarious.
Jim is the character to watch here. He transforms a moment of vulnerability, falling asleep on guard, into a source of pride and influence. His witch-riding tale gives him authority, and the 5-cent charm makes him almost untouchable among the other slaves. Twain plants Jim's storytelling power early because it'll matter later.
He's way more clever than the boys give him credit for.
The central theme is the power of storytelling. Jim builds status through his witch tale. Tom builds authority through his book-learned oath. Both show how narratives shape social reality. The key symbol is Jim's 5-cent piece. It starts as Tom's payment for stolen candles and becomes a sacred charm. It represents how ordinary objects gain meaning through the stories attached to them.
Could you use that symbol in an essay about superstition versus reason?
Absolutely. It's a perfect example of Twain using a small object to carry a big idea. Here's your essay tip. When writing about Twain's satire, use the ransoming scene. The boys argue passionately about rules none of them understand because the books say so. Quote Tom's line, "Do you want to go to doing different from what's in the books?" It's Twain's sharpest jab at blind obedience to authority in the whole chapter. Here's your discussion question. Who holds more real power in this chapter? Tom with his gang oath or Jim with his witch story? Drop your answer in the comments.
Thanks for watching Billabong Reads. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next chapter.